Hey folks, it's Adam here with Taming the Tech. We're going to talk a little bit about getting started with Pear Deck. In this video, Pear Deck is a great interactive addition to using Google Slides. It does allow you to get some formative assessment using all sorts of different types of questions. Kids really like it, and it's been pretty exciting. They've recently integrated a new add-on, and it's really simple to use. So I'm going to walk you guys through that. To get started, we're going to get the Pear Deck add-on, and we do that starting in Slides. I'm just pulling up a brand new blank slide here. I'm going to go to Add-ons and then Get Add-ons. When that comes up, I'm going to search for Pear Deck. It just so happens to be right here, but again, if you type Pear Deck, it'll show up. Click on the free button, and it is going to bring up quite a few notifications. You're going to have to make sure you're in the right account, which preferably would be your school account, to make sure that it connects to your Google Classroom and things like that. Give it all the permission that it asks for, because what it's going to do is look in your drive and be able to manipulate your slide presentation. So that's what you want to make sure that it has the ability to do. So once you install it, you'll see over on the right hand side of your screen a new Pear Deck little add-on sidebar there. And it's really simple. It gives you some options for a slide library, which we're going to take a look at. It does have some examples of beginning of the lesson questions, during and end of the lesson questions. It then says that you can ask students specific questions here, and I'll show you how that works. Two of these are premium versions only, but I'll show you how to kind of get around that a little bit. And then there's a little bit of information about how Pear Deck works and things like that. There is a 30-day free trial. If you want to try the premium version, it does definitely have some perks, but you can still use the free version, and it's still really effective. So we're looking first at the slide library. These are going to be some templates. So if we click here on beginning of lesson, it's going to give us some options for the types of questions we can ask at the beginning of a slideshow. What do you want to know about today's topic? Is a text slide. You can do some drawings. Here's draw two things that you already know about today's topic. What did you learn from the homework? Here's a draggable slide. Now, what's great about these, if I were to drag this over here or click on it, it's going to bring up a new pop-up screen. It's going to insert the template slide, and it's going to look exactly like the one over on the right. It's got my little guy here. It's asking me this question. Now, when we present this to the students, you'll see that they will have this image here on the left side of the screen, and then on the right side of the screen, they'll have a place to type their answer. So what that means is you can change this, accidentally click that, you can change this to ask any question you want. This is now your own personal slide. I added it in there twice. Let's get rid of that one. So I've added it in here. It does say that down here at the bottom, this is a Pear Deck text slide. I have this little cover guy down here at the bottom saying, hey, write your response. But then I can ask any question I want. What is your favorite color? He really has to think about that. It doesn't make any difference once you add the slide and it's connected to Pear Deck, and it says to Pear Deck that this is a text slide. You can have this be whatever you want. You could even delete this guy and throw some other images or something in here. It's totally up to you once you have attached it. So you can change the slide to be whatever you want. You can change the background. You can do whatever you want with it. And that, again, is sort of the nice thing about this. So even though draggable and draw questions were in the premium version only, you can still use them here. So if I add this drawing slide, it's going to insert now another drawing slide. And as soon as it does that, I'll show you. So this is kind of nice. Draw two things you already know about today's topic. You could also change this to say, draw two things you saw at school today, or something like that. And if you really want to get creative, you can delete all this stuff, and you can leave it blank and say, draw a dragon. Now we have a totally new idea. You could draw a line on here and say, turn this line into, I don't know, let's do it. Let's draw a line here and say, turn this line into a dragon. That would be kind of fun to see how they are able to do that. So again, your creativity, once the slide is there is totally up to you. And when the students look at this, which we're going to look at in the next video, they'll have all sorts of different colors and lots of different options. Let's go back and look at another example here. We're going to take a look at the dragging and dropping. Drag your dot to how you're feeling is what this question is. So we're going to put that in there. Now, once it adds, again, all it's really doing is adding a slide that has the capability of allowing students to drag and drop. So you can change this to be whatever you want. Again, drag your, oops, see, look at that. Even the background can be deleted. But here again, I can say drag the dot to, and again, you could choose your phrase, the phrase you like best, and you could have people vote on things this way. You could have one phrase, you could have like team slogans or team names or something like that, whatever you want to do, and they can drag the dot. So again, even though they're giving you these templates, they're not really locked in to what these templates are asking, and that gives you some freedom. We'll add this one too. This is another drawing item. It's here, it has them labeling parts of bees, which is great because this is a drawing. It says draw anywhere, but one of the capabilities of drawing is to also add text. So they can type. Students can type in these boxes just simply by choosing the text tool and answering the questions. We're going to look at that in just a second. So aside from the templates, the other option that we have when putting these slides together is to go down to ask the students a question. And what this allows you to do is simply add these capabilities, the text, the choice, the number, and the website, and the draw and the draggable if you have a premium account, to pre-existing slides. Instead of using their templates, you already have a slide, and then you add these questions to it. So what I'm going to do is take a slide. I've already got a slide down here at the bottom, number 6. So I found this image of these two guys who are these handsome devils, and what I'd like to do is now add one of these questions, one of these 4 questions, to this slide. So in this particular case, I'm going to add a multiple choice. Because again, maybe I have a picture up here and I've, who are these people or whatever. And I'm going to add multiple choice. So when I click on, I've got the slide open. When I click on ask the students a question, it simply pulls up a new option. It says on the student device, it'll give me 2 multiple choice, and then I'll be able to see the responses in the classroom projector. So I'm going to add my options here. Let's say me and my brother. That'll be fun. This is, we'll put the right answer in here. It's JT and Ryan Gosling, just in case you weren't sure. And maybe we'll put down here, maybe they think it's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Nobody's going to get that because I'm totally dating myself. But I'm going to add that now to the slide. So we're looking at this particular slide, and it now says down at the bottom, this is a Pear Deck multiple choice slide. Here are your options. And the students will see those options as well. So that works with text, again, just like the original question. How do you feel about, what do you want to learn? What's your favorite color? It's a text answer. Multiple choice is what we just showed you. The number option allows students to type in a number, and then it will plot their answers at distances away from the correct answer. So you'll be able to see how many kids got close to the right answer. So this would be pretty fun for them to, guess things like populations or, prices of things or something like that. So anytime you want numbers, that's what that works. A website will pull up an embedded website. It does work with certain sites. It's one that I've not really experimented too much with because, again, we're looking at formative assessment here. We're not necessarily sharing links. That's what other options are for, so I'm just kind of ignoring that for now. And then drawing and draggability, again, in the premium can be added to pre-existing slides, but like I showed you, if you add a template that's a draw or a draggable, you can just simply change their template to fit your needs and still include that in your slideshow. So now we're going to take a look at, in the next video, take a look at what the students see and how you present using Pear Deck. So we'll see you in the next show.